Hey, what's up, boys? Your favorite idiot, DeBoomp here to talk about Dust. Play some Dust. A new update just came out, and I want to talk about it. A lot of stuff was added, and I want to go through all of it and whether or not it makes the game a lot more fun to play or not. And hopefully it does, but we'll find out. Now, the first big thing that was added in this update is obviously this new location that I'm at on screen, the Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam. I live in Arizona, so I've been to the Hoover Dam a lot, and I really like it. This place is sick. Tons of loot, tons of great fighting locations. It's just honestly a great location. I love it. I mean, this is the little outpost that I'm fighting at by the bridge north of the dam, or south of the dam, whatever. And there's a lot of loot here. I actually really like this place. This place is a great update. The only problem I have with it is it's a little bit out of the way. But that's fine, and I'm gonna be walking through the whole place while I'm talking in this video, so you can just look at the new location. It's a great place. I love it. The next biggest thing that happened in this update is the walk speed change. It wasn't even mentioned in the update logs, I don't think, but it's so noticeable. The previous walk speed was 16, and now it's 17.5. This seems like a tiny change, but it's actually insane how much this changes the game. The game went from feeling super duper sluggish, and I felt like I hated it because I felt like I was walking through mud, to now I feel like I'm running at a good speed. Maybe it could be a little bit faster, but honestly, it's great. The new walk speed makes it feel so much better. It's so nice. Now, the next biggest change, which is also an insanely great change, was the food. How the food system works has been changed. The health bars now go down a lot slower, and all the food around the map gives you a lot more food and water. Now, this is such a great change. As you can see right here, I have full hunger and I have full thirst because I ate a bunch of food earlier, and it's not dropping. I don't have to worry about it every 10 seconds because it doesn't drop that fast. And I think this pretty much solved the entire food problem, which is so great. I love this change. Great change. The next change is the cost of bandages, medical brews, and syringes. Now, this is a great change as well. One that I suggested. It's great. Honestly, now I can actually make bandages. Before I felt like it was a waste of cloth making bandages, but now they only cost 6 cloth each, so I feel like I can make bandages, and it's not that bad of a thing. The next big change is a bunch of the armor durability got increased. Now, this was a good change. However, the durability of which they got increased was basically nothing. I feel like you still run out of durability on your armor after 1 or 2 fights, which is dumb. There's almost no point of even making armor. On top of that, armor still makes you slower, which I don't think it should, because I feel like, as you can see in this clip I have here, I have a blue UN vest in my backpack that'll give me a lot more protection, but I don't even want to put it on because of how much slower it makes me. I don't think armor should make you slower. It makes the game feel sluggish and boring again. And yeah, that's what I think armor should change. Now, one big problem that came with this update is the Stinger item. The Stinger is a flashbang. Flashbangs used to be in Lost, but they were pretty cool. They just made your screen black. But this one, it's completely broken. This one shakes your screen whenever it hits you, but the screen shaking doesn't stop, and it gets to the point where it shakes so out of control where you have to restart your game. Not even death restarts it, and that's a big glitch, and so that needs to be changed. I'll show you a clip right here of me losing like 200 steel, 1,000 iron, tons of guns because of this dumb glitch. Now, the next change that happened was the change in AI. AI deal now a lot less damage, and honestly, this is a giant improvement. I was fighting the scavs, or the raiders or bandits or whatever at bandit camp, or the town, whatever it's called, and I was actually able to fight them, and when they shot me, I did not die instantly. Now, this is a great change. Before, the AI were terrible, but now the AI are looking a lot better, so I'm glad about that. They also changed the pistol and added the grease gun, which was a good change. The pistol is now semi-automatic. I don't know why it was automatic ever in the first place. And the new grease gun is cool, good submachine gun. Although I don't think it works right now. I think it doesn't do any damage, which is cool. Also, back to this dam. This dam gives you a lot more loot, which is great. I can actually find a gun or a weapon to defend myself and have fun, and that's great. Also, the town and gas station were both buffed. There's more loot there, And the bandits are back at the town. I really hope they stay. I hope they don't have the glitch where they just like they go extinct and they don't come back. I really hope they stay because that's a great location. But the problem is the quarry has not been changed. They just added a radiation suit, but I don't think that helps much because in order to have the radiation suit, you need to have an end game house, which kind of defeats the purpose of the quarry to get loot anyway. It's like an end game thing, and it's also still way out of the way. So I think the quarry still needs a big change. I think it needs to be moved closer, and I think the radiation needs to drastically go down to the point where like you don't die if you have clothes on if you go in and out of through the whole thing, because you still die completely. It's a little bit dumb, but still the new radiation suit is a pretty big plus. All right, so enough with the good things about the game. Now let's go over the problems that still are in the game that need to be fixed, in my opinion. Now, the first thing is I'm going to say the Shiv. The Shiv is a starting weapon. Now, I really like how fast it farms. That's a great thing, but it's way too good in combat. It's a two-shot headshot. It instantly kills people. It can kill fully geared players. Like, the Shiv is so dumb. It needs to be nerfed. It does way too much damage. Next thing is the problem with farming. The desert area is, of course, the best place to build because it has the most locations, but it is honestly, there's no trees. Like, you need to run all the way clear across the map to get trees, and it takes forever. So there needs to be trees in the desert area. The next problem is the forest. The forest is way too open, and it's got no low-tier monuments. It needs like a road and a small little monument, so it's not so terrible. Like, it's so terrible over here. The other problem is there needs to be way more cloth in the forest area. I feel like the cloth ones need to like quadruple because like you can't find cloth here. It needs to be cactuses here, or the cloth ones need to like go way up because it's a little bit barren over here. My last complaint is that the map's getting a little too spread out. But honestly, besides that, this update was great. Honestly, it made the game probably 3 times as good. The game feels so much better. The game's actually pretty fun now. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably play an episode or 2 if you guys want, of course. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah, his name's Sabu, and he's a guy who plays Roblox. So subscribe or die. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.